All right, we are live. We're going to try something new tonight, and we shall see how this works. Share audio. All right, so on the replay, you will be able to see Jason and James. Unfortunately, Chris is in witness protection, so you won't be able to see him.
FBI witness protection.
Can y'all hear Jason's horrible voice there? Did y'all hear that?
Damn. Already with the horrible voice comment.
He said you sound like.
I just need someone in the chat to let me know. Okay, they said unfortunately their ears are bleeding.
Perfect, because I would rather be balding and have a bad voice than have bad feet.
Okay,
damn, taking a shot at me because my feet are fucked up. Damn. Haven't even started. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight into it, guys. We got the first data slate. No, we don't want Jason to get any louder. Dear God, we don't want him any louder.
Oh, Nurgle foot ass.
So we have
not Nurgle foot ass. God.
We have the first data slate of 11th edition. And with that, we've got a ton of changes. So we're going alphabetically, which means we're starting with the bestest of girls. Jason, if you would be so kind to help me watch chat for questions from like members and things like that. James, if you would be so kind, will you help me watch the Discord? So if people are asking like, hey, how can I get access to it or anything like that, you know, and all of that good jazz.
I'm locked out. I'm locked out.
Because
I'm not a member, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
They blocked his ass.
He gets a little bit famous and look what he does.
36 weeks of Meta Monday, and I'm locked out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we finally figured out how to get Jason out. Thank God. Exposed. Exactly. Exposed. All right, let's jump straight into it. So Sister's got some actual love, which is really, really awesome. We're going to kind of go through it. So the Sacrosaints have a red on there, but it's actually not. It didn't really actually go up. It technically went up 5 points, but it didn't really actually go up. What they did was they made it to where your stepper cost, instead of happening at the second unit, it now happens at the third unit. Someone tell Jason not to be such a cheapskate. I love it. I love it. We're already trolling, and the stream just started.
Look, if somebody else can run the escalation league, I'd be fine with that.
He's getting all salty. So here's the thing. Sacrosaints did get a tiny buff, so now running the second one, they're still 150. I really don't think many people were running 3 of them. Looking at a lot of the list, it's one of those situations where I do think 2 is what you were taking. 1 is what I was personally taking in a lot of stuff. So I look at this as a buff.
It's a glancing blow.
Yeah. Like I mean, technically the second one is a little cheaper, so I'll take it. Dominions went down in points. So flat out, the first 2 going down in points, and then your third going down in points as well. I don't think you're taking 3 very often, but so be it. But going down 10 points is great. I really, really like it because it basically puts them in the category of where they were. They used to be 115. Now with all the meltas, they're 110. So they're actually a little cheaper than they used to be. This is a positive. Just for the record, I'm not going to confirm or deny you're still getting trolled in chat. Oh, he's muted now, so we can't even hear him. So that's great.
I got to wait troll back.
Okay. All right. It's $2. Basically, they're calling you Unk. They're calling you Unk because you won't spend $2.
Damn.
Hey, you know how you have money, you don't spend it.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
So Dominions.
Is that the story we're going with? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the story we're going with, Chris. But Dominions, you're going to see as I'm going to get to the detachments here in a minute. That's a plus. Hospitaller going down 10 points for your first, your second, and beyond. I actually think this is a buff. I think they went a little too extreme. That unit shouldn't be costed for Terminators. So it's cool. I think it's to come down. The Imagifier, I actually had been talking about if this unit came down about 10 to 15 points, there is some real tech there. The hard part is with Hospitaller going down as well. They stayed close enough in points. I think the Imagifier I think there's some potential stuff I'd look at it there. But it probably needs to come down about 5 points because the Hospitaller came down before I'd really start thinking about it. Immolator going down, you're not taking 4 that unless you're just a psychopath. Immolator going down 10 points is awesome. Basically, what we did is you got the melters for free. There's some real tech there because if you're going to run 3 Immolators with 3 Dominions, aka Bringers of Flame, that's 60 points. That list just got 60 points cheaper with 2 units. And we're going to talk about a few other units that go in there. Freya is one of those units that I think we were trying to figure out how we could fit in the list. 150 was a little pricey. 135 all of a sudden starts feeling sexy. That starts feeling like, okay, this is an interesting point cost. This is something that we might want to take. So we haven't got to CSM yet. No, we're not on CSM yet. We just started. We're starting with Sisters.
Alphabetically, my boys.
Alphabetically. So I don't know. I don't know if Freya is going to come into the list. Junith going down. They did change her data sheet. She's no longer -1 to hit. Just like almost every data sheet in the game, she's -1 to hit in melee, and now gives her unit stealth. She has stealth, so it's one of those situations where I do think 105. She's now a lot more attractive. Still a little pricey, but I do like the command point generation. I just wished it was auto like a lot of other armies were. Vol, here's the thing. She went up 15 points. No one gives a fuck. You're going to put her in 100% of your list. And it's Adeptus Sororitas. That's why they're first. Morgan Vol is in 100% of the list. We don't give a shit that she went up 15 points, period. Okay, so those of you that know, I have been trying to make a penitent host list work. I have been playing it, and honestly, like, it just felt like hard mode. But the interesting thing is now that list just got significantly cheaper. The enhancement that you're taking, which we'll just skip ahead. So you were taking you basically got 50 points back, and then you were taking the other one. So the unit got 55 points. The list got 55 points back, which is a little bit attractive. I don't know. I still think that it's penitent host is a little over, like it isn't as good as it could be. But Repentia at 140, there's some sauce there. Repentia, like without a leader, Repentia charging into stuff will fucking rip and tear. So I really like it. Sister Novitiates, don't take them. It's a trap. Rhino going down 10 points. All rhinos went down, basically 10 points. I think that's great. Seraphim, it's a trap. Seraphim going down for your first and second unit by 10 points. So we already talked about how Bringers of Flame list is going down 60. Now it's going down 80 points with kind of its core units. You were probably only running 2 of these. So that list going down by 80 points is a big deal. Like, it's a big deal, guys. Then the biggest changes for Sisters is Hallelujah. So Bringers of Flame, like they told us, went to 2 detachment points.
That's the biggest win that Sisters got, in my opinion.
Completely agree.
Of Flame coming down to 2.
And guys, it didn't just get that. It went from Purge the Foe, which we don't want to play. We're a trading army of a lot of cheap pieces. So it went to priority assets, which is exactly how we want to play. Melta's hiding behind a wall in a high-scoring disposition is fucking scary, guys. I think there's some real tech there. I really, really like it. Penitent Host changed to Purge the Foe because they had to give something Purge the Foe. Penitent Host is our redheaded stepchild, so they just decided to put it there. So is what it is. All in all, I think Sisters got a very nice glow up. I think that, like, my melee list that I was running in Hollowed Martyrs literally is flat because I think it technically went down 5 points because Vol went up, Rhino went down, and I did have 1 Hospitaller in there. So I think I saved like 5 points across the list. It's the same. But what I'm really been cooking on all day, it has been a Bringers of Flame and a Chorus list. And there's some real sauce there, y'all. There's some real sauce there. I'm going to do a full breakdown going into just Sisters later this week, but we're going to keep rolling. We got the Golden Boys next.
Hey, real quick, how does S come before C?
How does S come
You
before
said Adeptus Sororitas versus Adeptus Custodes.
It's
I-
Oh, is it Adept? Oh, there's an S. You're right. I'm so sorry. There's my English education right there.
Yeah.
Got his ass.
Listen, we're first because we're best. That's it.
Look,
You
gotta let the women go first, otherwise they're
gonna rage. They're gonna rage.
Way how I see it, you technically won. There's a lot
Sisters
of green on that list.
It's official.
A lot of green on that.
Sisters of the Army of the Cold Shoulder. That's what this is.
No, Sisters are the army of the Karens.
Jeez.
Sisters
They're
are the
gonna
army
see
of
the
the
manager.
Karens. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing with my bringers list, and the list is literally named right now. I want to see your manager. So manager, all right.
Or I burn it to the ground.
So we're gonna look at Custodes. Who wants to take Custodes?
I'll take it on the fact that the best thing that they had happen was actually their leak.
Yeah, that they're getting new Terminators.
So
I loved it.
What's interesting about this is Alea getting a points reduction. I thought was extremely interesting.
Yeah, no one plays her, but they might now.
Well, she leads Witch Seekers. In fact, I mean, she can other stuff, but effectively, she's a Witch Seeker lead. Couple of the 750 point lists of my Custodes players, I've convinced to run Alea with some Witch Seekers. And so I think this is a little bit of an enticing because right now she was pointed close enough to the Knight Centurion that the Knight Centurion ended up being who they were choosing. This puts her at the same points. Maybe. And she's a better leader than Knight Centurion from a Witch Seeker perspective. Yep. Wardens, I'll be honest.
Why?
I was like, why?
Why?
What?
They're great.
Okay. Thank you, sir. What the thing that to take away from this is the Venatari Custodians.
Heck yeah, 20 points.
Yeah, it's yes, but the tax is still pretty heavy on the 3 units. But again, 20 points is nothing to shake a stick at. Custodes is always one of those armies where when they buff them, someone goes, why? And when they nerf them, they go, why? Nothing. I don't think this makes them, oh my God, they're going to be a problem. But Alea adds a little bit of, they have very little agency in their picks when it comes to list construction. Getting Alea in there may add for a little fun. Witch Seekers are always fun to play. They're a great 50-point unit. Got the Flamers, good abilities. The Rhino coming down, which
no
affected everybody.
Literally nothing can go in it.
I don't think I've encountered a Custodes player running the Rhino. But at the end of the day, the custodian buff was like, okay. The Warden buff was like, really? Okay, why?
Can y'all not hear Chris okay? Is he too quiet?
Am I too quiet?
They're just saying it's coming through as quiet.
Oh.
Oh, Spencer said audio's good. So
okay.
Yeah, so I
don't know.
The average
the Warden
down
one
like
confuses
60
me.
points. So I'll take
the
that.
Warden one confuses because that's effectively adding a Witch Seeker brick into their list.
Yeah, because most were taking 2 units of the Venatari, and then they had typically 2 units of Wardens, maybe 3. So you're talking about
gave them an extra squad. That's what.
Yeah, 60, 70 points. So they're getting an extra. Now they did have some disposition changes. So might change to take and hold, which I think they love. Having a 1 detachment point access to take and hold so they can get it anywhere they want. I think they love that.
Yeah, unfortunately, what I think you're going to see is compare this with Lions.
Yeah, they're gonna pair it with
Lions,
100%, so that they can have Lions with take and hold.
But something to not overvalue or undervalue is the enhancement change to add. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but that was the first enhancement change I've seen in a long time.
No, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
No, I'm saying the one I've seen in a long time is like we're messing with enhancements now. thought that was kind of interesting. To me, the how any custodian player should look at this is fantastic. I just got a chaff unit into my list.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Which is something they needed.
Yeah, the average list went down about 60 points. And if you look and we go over to where are they? They're Witch Seekers. If I remember right, that's about the cost 55. That they are. Yeah, they're 55 points for 5 models. So they get an extra Witch Seeker to do stuff. Or they can upgrade something else.
No, they can. Witch Seekers is one of those models that they can add 1 by 1. So it goes up. And, so you can, So it's a interesting change, but yeah.
All right. Admech. Admech got a lot of green. Who wants to take Admech?
I'll take them.
All right.
Man. So the Iron Striders, I'm going to start with them because those guys thump. And seeing them go up in points is a little disheartening a little bit, but it's only 10. And it was only for when you get to 3 squads. You can clearly tell that GW.
3 models.
Yeah. 3 models, sorry. But you can clearly tell GW is kind of trying to like cut down on the massive just one type of unit being the only thing that's really on the board. It is what it is.
The chickens take up a ton of space and put out a lot of guns. It's a lot of firepower.
It's a little weird, but it's okay. Like the amount, once again, as the resident Orc player, the amount of green on this list is nice. So we got the destroyers, and the destroyers went down 10. Great. Getting something for less for adding more of them on the board, I'm always for, Then we got your Raiders right after that, another 10. The Sulfur Hounds, which ones are those?
It's their 2 mounted. So it's the 2 different mounted units. They basically put them both down.
One's the melee. Had a player run those on me.
Yeah, the Raiders have the guns. The Sulfur Hounds have the melee, if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a person run these on me.
Yeah. It looks like just across the board, because I don't even think we have any AdMech players in here, but it looks like across the board, it's just like they got little point shavings, and they got no disposition changes. Oh, they did get 1. Yeah. Halo's Creed. They did change. They did change Halo's Creed rules, so it's not as oppressive. AdMech isn't real. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, you got to think that the one of the units that I find is one of the cooler units of this. When I watched them change it by 5 points, for those who remember back in the day when AdMech were a little bit of a problem, then Skitarii were an issue. I'm like, hey, you leave them alone.
Yeah,
don't you dare start buffing it.
Yeah. No,
so I saw 5 points and I was like, that's a tease. Don't do it.
I think they did help them out with some points, and they kept the cancer of Iron Creed going away.
But they needed the points.
They did. I actually think that they potentially needed just a teeny bit more, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. And talking about needing points, Aldari.
Yeah, I'll do Aldari real quick because this one's going to be easy. They got a ton of green. So our default leader went down 10. You were seeing him in some lists, so I think that helps. Avatar Arcane, he wasn't being used a ton, but I like him at this point. The Corsairs, kind of point scorers. I actually think this helps. Void Reavers, so they clearly, this is buffing a couple of detachments where you're taking these guys in. Okay, a little bit. Farseer, I don't really care about. The Farseer Skyrunner, 10 points, whatever. That doesn't really matter to me. Here's what's Shining Spears. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I don't give a shit. It needed to go way lower than this. Those things do not hit hard at all. 3 models for 100 points is still too much. They need to be like 85 points, 80 points. Shroud Runners going down 5. I don't know why. 3 Shroud Runners they were great before. They're great now. So most lists are going to get points there. Swooping Hawks. What in the fuck? This is probably the best unit in this entire army. This was a gift from GW boys. 5 points going down on both sets. I'll take it. I love it. That's great. Huzzah. Just straight good. Skyrunners, Warlock Skyrunners, I think it's the best point scoring unit in the game. I think it and the Biovore, they're probably the 2 best. At 55 points, you're still taking them. They're great. Wind Riders, there was a cancer list going around where you just had a ton of them, so don't worry about that. Wave Serpent going down 10. Okay. Warwalker, this is a little interesting. Nobody was running the doubles. Going down 10 points, I still don't think anyone's going to run the doubles, so Warp spiders. This is the part that's spicy. Every list had 2 swooping hawks and 2 warp spiders in it. So you're getting 10 points for the swooping hawks. You're getting 20 points for the warp spiders. So there's some stuff there. Honestly, even though there's all this green, like the Wraith Knight stuff, okay, cool.
Don't fall for it.
Yeah, you don't fall for it. I completely agree. The clowns, they're still too nerfed. The Yanari are still too nerfed. I think there is some tech with some of the smaller Wraith stuff and Warlock units. But I do think that this was a nice start. The actual thing that I think is cool is that Warhost changed to Recon, which I think they like. I think that plays into their strength. So I don't actually think this was enough to help Eldari, but I think Eldari went from being one of the worst armies in the game to a viable army. What
about that Raiders detachment?
The Raiders detachment did get changed to Purge, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah. They don't like that. But it doesn't matter. It's too DP. Yeah, you're gonna take something else.
What I liked about this is a change that you've seen them do with a few armies with the Warwalkers. There's a lot of singular units that can be run as 2s or 3s. I like seeing them
try to entice you to take the second one.
Well, it's an easy low-hanging fruit with guard, but like, how many people? Name one person you've ever seen run a group of Scout Sentinels.
I've never seen it ever in all the years I've played.
That's something that I would like to see them do. Is like entice someone to run a group of armored sentinels. It's such a neat change, and I really like when they do that because you see it occasionally, and I wish they would do it with other armies.
Yep, completely agree. All right, we can skip the next one. Nobody cares about guard.
Yeah, we can skip that.
Well, it's been a good night, guys.
All right.
Listen, hats off to the marketing machine that is GW. Tell me you're re-releasing the Baneblade without telling me you're re-releasing the Baneblade. Get the fuck
$10 more.
Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. Don't even get me started. Okay, I get it. Everyone's like, oh, they finally want us to use super heavies. We got the steel hammer detachment. Yeah. Oh, wait, it disappeared off the store. Oh, it's getting re-released. Oh, that's coincidence. We magically have a 35-point change. Here's the deal. It is 100% needed. I do believe this finally makes them, I'm not going to say viable, but it does make
viable. I don't know if it makes them super competitive.
Sure. But what I'm getting at is it gives Steel Hammer something it needs, a little bit of screen. Because you're going to be able to get an extra infantry unit in that. I like it.
You know, the math says you could run 5 Baneblades.
Sure.
Just throwing this out there.
Just throwing that out there. Yeah. Here's my thing. I said to you in a private conversation a very long time ago that the Baneblades, just like a lot of the other super heavies, have a similar issue. You can't point them at Ingron level because then no one would ever, you can't make something as strong as Ingron cost the same point but do it from range. This is close enough. This is, I think, probably the best we're ever going to get. What's Angron cost now?
330.
3.9.
Okay, and what do we get? So we're at 385 for the Bane Hammer. We're at 415 for the Bane Blade. Here's my argument. I just wish they wouldn't create so many variants with the Bane Blade. I know.
Yeah, I don't know what all the. I literally thought they were all the Bane. I know there's one.
The bigger deal is the Shadow Sword and the Bane Sword. Yeah, Bane
Sell the model. Sell the model.
Yeah.
But hey, say what you want. You get almost all the variants in one box. So hats off to them, I guess. But
Magnet Baron.
So here's the deal.
Do you think it's actually viable?
Huh?
Do you think it's actually viable?
I still don't think Steel Hammer is viable.
I'm not saying Steel Hammer. Do you think
one of these in a list for 2 of them?
Yes, I think you could potentially make these work in a super heavy list.
Okay.
I think you could run one and almost justify it at this point.
I love the Centaur going down 10.
Now that we can give them orders. Yeah, I love the Centaur going down 10, but look at the funny part is you ain't running 4 of these bitches. Okay.
Now, which one is the Centaur?
It's a little bitty baby one, a little bitty, the fast moving, little bit like remote control RC car.
Oh, is that one of the new ones I just came out with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got move, shoot, move. So yeah, it's a vehicle with move.
Can you put stuff in it?
No.
Oh,
you could run 4 it. You're not running 4 of these. It's a good addition. It's a little more enticing for 65 points. Awesome. Cadian Command Squad dropping down to
5 points.
5 points.
Yeah.
What this is a tax or a relief on some of the tax we're getting for multiple units. Not bad, but the reality is
Chimera?
most people,
Yeah.
Chimera trying to entice us. I get it. Tauros is still better.
Yarick?
Not good enough.
Yark.
Not good enough. And that's of all the heartbreak here. That's the most because you just gave us this man. You nerfed him as soon as he came out, and I admit it was really strong. I admit it was really strong.
He wasn't strong. He was straight broke.
Dude, bro.
Motherfucker was broke.
So here's my problem. He's extremely situational now. This man needs to be like 105, 110 tops.
I personally
maybe
like
even
the
100.
situational though. Like making you have to like go with whatever your list you're going. It's a viable choice.
Drake and I had a conversation last week when they pulled the Bane blade off the market, and Drake was telling me, there's a special Bane blade that came out that Yarick had.
Fortress of Arrogance.
And we thought, Drake thought that they were going to release
Dude, that's
that.
printing money. That is printing money.
But as Drake and I also discussed this morning when we kind of went over a little bit of this stuff, GW, for all the money they make some very questionable
They're fucking retarded.
decisions when it comes to certain aspects of their business model.
Yeah.
So listen,
We'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Nothing would make me happier. Yeah, nothing would make me happier, by the way, to park Yark in the middle of the board on the Fortress of Arrogance.
Yeah.
I will buy it.
Everyone will buy it.
But before we get to
going down
Cascade,
10 is great.
Yeah, because we're gonna have that what I sent you earlier, conversation there. Kree Command Squad going down, Demolisher going down. All that is a reaction to Lehman Russ Commander. Something to not oversee here. Lehman Russ Commander dropping to 215.
There's a giant point difference.
I think
between him and the
what's
Robo.
that 265 now? You're talking
290.
290. Oh yeah, they nerfed it. I forgot they nerfed it previously. So now you're talking a
You're talking
75 point difference.
Yeah, 75 point. Yeah.
75 point difference. You can give it the same orders. It's a conversation. The lethality of the Rogel was so far above where the commander was that it was like, I'll take the 65 point tax. I'll take it. At this point, you start to say, can I find a way to bring this back into the list? Here's where this is important. What are we starting to see of? You're starting to see a lot more 10-man units, a lot more 20-man units. The blast gun, demolisher cannon. When the lottery hits, it hits. I was in a game with Drake where it almost took out Angron because Drake rolled bad and I rolled good. Lottery guns are fun, but the Rogel has more consistent damage. The point difference is nothing to shake a stick at, and I'll be honest with you, I'm honestly considering how to start moving him back in. Not to mention, if the tournament players or the tournament runners would get off us a little bit, Death of Fitting an Officer has moments where, sweet Jesus, it's heartbreaking.
It is.
So yeah, again, Shadow Sword went down, Stormlord, all the variants went down. Here's what doesn't make any freaking sense. Why? This is a direct nerf. All this is stopping you from doing Scion Warlord. That's all this is.
Oh, but the first two are fine.
I know. Just leave me alone. Just leave them alone. Okay.
Cry. This guy.
Scions go down 5. Castrican went down 10?
Yes.
Okay. I had Drake run the Adept roll, comparing the two. You would run Bridgehead and Combined, which we'll get into in a moment. Gives you lethals and gives you +1 to hit. You don't really need the +1 to hit, but it allows you to just not have to run the command rod on the Scion brick. 10 more points now for the same delivery system. They're very similar. So is 10 points, the question you have to ask yourself is 10 points worth Deep Strike? And the answer is now, yes. The way the board layouts in 11th are, they're much more spread out. Deep Strike is a lot easier to land, especially with the 8 inches now. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think I'm building. I'm getting teased again. I'm going back to Scion Warlord. Let's see what we can do.
I think it's cool. I mean, dude, the fact that they went down in points, your Aquilans also went down in points, which are awesome. And then as we kind of go down and we look at your detachments, you got a couple of changes. So notably, the huge change, combined arms went to 2 and stayed take and hold, but then mechanized assault actually had its force disposition updated to reconnaissance, which it loves. So I honestly think both, if you were running, I think now mechanized with having easy access to recon, there's some real sauce there. And combined going down to 2s, I've already been seeing people flooding with Bridgehead so that you have access to priority assets, and Bridgehead because it's Bridgehead, or Abhuman and going, hey, I'm going to run tanks and Bulgrim and I'm going to stand on the points. Get fucked.
What I like about this is it now gives you, because Guard is always in this to and fro swing, this pendulum swing. When Castrican are bad, Scions are good. When Scions are bad, Castrican are good. And you find yourself having to pick which one you want to play, because they're very similar units. 4 special weapons, extremely lethal. You just have a substantially different delivery method. So Castrican you usually throw in inside of a transport and send in. Scions are obviously deep strike. What this does is give you 2 options. So now you can run mechanized assault, and you can run it with Abhuman, and get your Caspian deployable, get Ogren in the mix, get +1 to wound when you're hopping out. They have the lethality. They're a little bit cheaper now. Plus, that opens up take and hold with Abhuman if you really want to bring in some Bulgrin. Or if you want to go all lethal, you can get combined arms now. Combined arms of Bridge Strike is what I'm playing with right now. I'm Scions with
priority assets with guns is scary.
Yeah, it allows you to basically drop your guys back, run a brick of like 6 Bulgrin, throw them on your expansion objective, and then have 4 squads of Scions waiting to every turn come in and delete whatever's on the midpoint to keep the remainder. That is probably going to be, I think if you're going to see an initial meta shift, what you're probably going to see Guard players do is running like a midpoint assassin bricks and just constantly flipping, not OC flipping, but lethality OC flipping.
OC flipping by killing what's on the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. I like it. A lot of green, a lot of positive. I just wish the battle line got addressed a little bit. But.
So we did have a super chat while that was going on. So Adam, yes, my actual initial change to my melee list as soon as I saw this, and I saw that now Repentia are the same cost as Arcos. I pulled my Arco squad out and popped them in because it's actually a cost savings, because then you don't need the priest anymore. So I gained 50 points in my list, which then let me in the list gained 5. So I think my list went. I have 55 points that I haven't figured out what the hell I'm going to do with yet. But I actually like subbing when you're running a 10-man Arco, subbing the Repentia, because they're just that great. I'm going to go kill that first skirmish unit, man. Absolutely. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, Black Templars. Some of these armies we're gonna go a little quicker on because they're gonna do Space Marines. I'll do Space Marines for you guys as a big one. But Jace, do you want to do Black Templars?
I mean, they kind of like what happened. I mean, none of the Space Marines are going to like the Repex going up, but it needed to go up. But I mean, Marshall, for more than 2 of them, you got a increase there of 10 points. But I mean, there's a lot of green on this list between the Execrators, the Emperor's Champions, and stuff that they're taking, receiving a points decrease while their play level is receiving more love as of late. I don't think this is a bad thing because they have just now gotten themselves in a spot where they're competitive. So I just think this might bring more people to the army. And I think you might see even more people playing it as time goes forth, just because, you know, the black scheme, they look cool.
They look amazing.
But like just having that ability to see them be competitive for once, where in 10th they were just kind of meh and everybody went with other things. When we look down through here, Fulgaris Task Force got its disposition changed to reconnaissance. Firestorm Assault Force got its force disposition changed to priority assets.
They don't care about either of those.
Subversion assets, again, that gets a disposition change to disruption, which they're trying to, which we haven't alluded to yet. They've made some changes to disruption in the way that you play into Purge the Foe for some of the things. So if you have these handy dandy things right here, there's going to be some change. But otherwise, I mean, I think this is good for Black Templar.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of I'm going to kind of do the Space Marine update now because overall Black Templar should be happy. Like I see we've got Black in the chat there, and you should be happy. Your list probably went up, 50 points. I was going to guess 40. The other thing that I think Black Templar players really are going to like is Bastion is still taking hold, which is awesome, but they also now have access to a few other things where they can do some other stuff. Now, as we look at the Space Marines, I'm just going to cut straight, boys. Space Marines as a whole took nerfs, just period. Pressure squads went down in cost. Nobody gives a shit. Just being honest. Drop pod went down in cost. Unless you're playing some weird thing, nobody cares. 60 points is enough where I start like actually looking at it, but The Eradicators went up 10. They were auto include. So, okay, I don't think that matters. The Inferno Squad, this is for Salamander players. Just it's a small tax. I thought Salamanders were going to get hit. They didn't get hit at all. So Interceptors, this is weird. I didn't see anybody taking these, so I don't know why they went up in cost, but
okay. They're making sure you don't take them now.
Yeah. Cool. Land Speeder, here's the thing. The list that we're running 2 of them. So I think that what they did was they removed the stepper cost and just made the unit go up 10. I actually still think it's great. I think that some people were using it as a point scorer. I think you need to be running a detachment where your speeders are getting a little bit of a benefit. Boys, we need a moment of silence.
For what?
Lieutenant with combi weapon.
Lieutenant with combi weapon has been the GOAT since the launch of 10th edition.
I got 2 words for him. Fuck him.
He finally did. He's finally did. They kept pointing him. Here's the deal. At 95 points, don't run him anymore, guys. Because the problem is that with his reactive move, people can still get on the point and shoot you and not activate it. I just don't think the value is there at 95 points. There's so many things I would rather take than him. I'd rather take a Gravis captain than him. I'd rather
do it in your cool. Do it in your cool.
Like realistically, take scouts and save yourself 30 points. Razorback, I don't actually even know what's going in that. I'll bet you money it's going to Legends when the Codex comes out. Rhino going down in points. We're Space Marines. We don't fucking fit in a Rhino. So again, it doesn't really matter. Pour one out for the Combi Lieutenant. For real. I own 3 of them, by the way. When they went down in points, I was running 3 of them hoes, even though their ability only allows 1. The data sheet was just so good.
Can we just for a split second get a visual in your brain of what it would look like? You're on the battlefield, you're on Armageddon or whatever. Explosions are everywhere. Orcs are sitting there and a Rhino pulls up and they're like, get the Rhino. And then the guy proceeds to play, hold on. Oh, move the seat forward. Move the seat forward.
It would be like me and Jason trying to fit in like a Kia, like a little Kia Soul or something.
No,
like
worse than that. One of those little smart cars.
No, it'd be like I'll never forget the first time that I bought the first new car I ever bought. Went to a dealership, hadn't bought anything, and I was trying to buy something super economical because I was super broke. And the guy was like, I got a Honda Civic, and it was super cheap. And I was like, okay, cool. Didn't know anything. I tried to get in it, and I didn't fit. Just straight up didn't fit. That's what it would be. Me and Jason getting out of a Honda Civic.
A fly economy on an international flight.
Yeah, no. I'd rather kill myself.
Yep.
Okay, so
hang my self-portrait.
So Hammer Strike. So 10 points going up. Here's the thing about Kia Soul is pretty spacious. Okay.
Yeah, them hamsters were big.
They were big. They were big. Okay, so Storm Speed Hammer Strike. If you guys don't know which one this is the Storm Speeder that strips cover But here's what's sexy about it. This is the one that has deep strike and has melta guns. So what a lot of people were doing was they were deep striking it, stripping cover, and firing meltas into something. So 10-point tax, I think it works. Suppressor squad. What in the fuck is this? For those of y'all that don't know, they don't sell suppressor squads. They've never sold this kit. You had to buy a combat patrol that they came in, or buy them secondhand on eBay at like a stupid markup. They sunset that kit, that combat patrol. So this is like one of the few Space Marine models they don't sell.
I bet you Troll Trader got it.
I actually doubt it. Like, because here's the other thing: no one plays it.
Get on it, Mark.
No one plays this thing, so no one uses it, and they don't sell it. And they're like, you know what we're going to do before we actually send this thing to Legends? We're going to make it go up a few points. This motherfucker's seen it's on Troll Trader.
Yeah.
And like,
you know, I want to answer one of your questions. You know where it sits on what's behind Mark there? A shelf.
Yeah, the pile of shame. Vanguard boys. Raven Guard players, you're cooking. Dark Angel players, Blood Angel players, you're cooking. So you understand, it went up in points. This is the Armageddon version of Vanguard Veteran Squad with jump packs. They have the 2 damage swords. These are good melee. 105 points. I thought these things would be 110 to 115. So I love it. Love it. Overall, the dispositions did shift around a little bit. What?
I love it. Mark's looking that bitch up.
Oh, they're on here. They're on here deep too. They're like $35.
Yeah, because
Hey,
nobody wants them. They're gonna get legend.
35 and painted.
So the other thing too is the new Vengeful Host attachment. While we're talking about those guys, did come out. It's taken hold. I love Space Marines getting a 1 detachment point take and hold access. That's very good. Like it. Overall, I think Space Marines did take some nerfs. I think Black Templars took a buff.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Black Templar players will be very happy with what has changed.
Blood Angel players.
Nothing.
Hold on.
Nothing
Yeah,
on their actual.
This is crazy. I didn't see this.
Hold on.
What is this?
I got let me actually pour one out for y'all.
Oh, we pouring one out. I mean, it's bad enough that they got snubbed with the release of that character, and they gave it to Ultramarines. Now there's not even any changes.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's supposed to be the Blood Angel edition, and the first character of 11th edition is a fucking Ultramarine. Like, anyway.
And then no changes.
They were middle. Blood Angels is a middle of the road army.
Apparently, they like where they're at,
and they got no changes. Literally, no changes.
Is this GW saying maybe the meta will come down to them?
Maybe. So if you look at it, like they didn't get, if I remember correctly, they didn't get any of their disposition stuff changed either. So they do like the new Vengeful Host. They do like that. Don't get it twisted. But so to me, I think if you're a Blood Angel player, you are just hoping that the meta is coming down to you. That's all I got.
Because if not, there's balconies that are going to have some Blood Angel player on them.
Yeah, they go do some heroic interventions from the 3rd floor.
Yep.
Okay. Vengeful Host is awesome, but why take and hold? Yeah, I don't know. Jump troops with take and hold doesn't make any sense. It should have been recon. I have no idea why they gave it take and hold. Disruption or recon, don't know why. The big thing we should mention before we get into this, to Jason's point, about half of the dispositions that had access to Purge the Foe no longer have access to Purge the Foe. I have had multiple people message me crying, whining, crying like babies, like my 7.
Quit whining.
Yeah, quit whining. So here's the thing about this. So far, 41% of all players were playing Purge the Foe. Games Workshop's like, okay, fuckers. And so they buffed Disruption. It did get a buff, period. End of like there's no questions. It got a buff. And they reduced people's access to Purge. I think that they're trying to balance it out. I still think 20-25% of players are still going to play Purge.
Also something Drake forgot. I can't remember which disposition it's against, so this will spark Drake to remember. I can't remember which disposition Purge the Foe plays against, but they added another footprint.
Yeah.
So now
Take and
instead
hold.
of
Take and
5,
hold.
it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't have to play into the Purge player. You can play around them if you wanted to.
So Disruption got a buff that most of the Disruption maps now have 6 terrain features instead of 5. They also changed some of the point costs on how Disruption scores. So it's all in the event. So if you go in here where you can see all the downloads on Warhammer Community. And if you go into the event companion, it goes through all of it. We'll touch on it at the very end. But Disruption did get buffed. Purge took a tiny nerf, but mostly just got moved around.
Yep.
Beast of Nurgle, fuck you,
No,
Jason.
sir.
Went up 5
No, sir.
points.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Look,
That's how I feel about it too.
At the end of the day, they had already kind of nerfed Beast of Nurgle from the Death Guard side because that stratagem where you could keep bringing them back, I believe they changed to where you can only bring them back once or one particular
That unit is toxic.
Oh, that unit's very toxic, but very fun. Or hey, for those of you, look, I'll use a wrestling reference here. It's like the Danhausen. It's very nice and very evil. I love them things.
To Spencer's super chat, yes, the disturbance in the force, that was the sweet disturbance. Was all the Ultramarine players crying out as their lives were extinguished. Don't worry, here in 30 days you'll get buffed again.
Yeah.
Right. I'm surprised. 30 days emergency update.
Blood Crushers, we expected them to go up.
Yeah, people are running 18 of them. So if
No.
you're running 18,
100%.
that shit just went up 50 points. Doesn't break your list, but it did go up. 50 points is not nothing.
Yep.
How in the fuck did Demonettes not go up?
Hey, look, wait, don't even talk about them yet because that leads us into probably the biggest winner of this thing. Fluxmaster.
I don't even know what the Flux Master does.
I don't even think they do. It went down. The Fate Weaver went up 10.
And Lords of Change.
Lord of Change went up.
Dude,
Did the Lord of Change go up?
Their shooting, though, was really good. So the whole 4 birds definitely went up. But that was some scary shooting. 4 monsters with all psychic attacks, so they ignore everything. That was something.
Shalaxi Hellbane, don't know what it is, but it went down 25. So I'm not sure which.
So actually, Hellbane is the big Slaneshi demon.
Okay, I was wondering which it went under.
So she used to have this God mode data sheet, and she was like 400 points, and then they nerfed her and didn't change her points, and they've for like 9 months have been just lowering her points. I think when they finally get to about 285, then all of a sudden she'll be good again.
Yeah. So the big thing here is Lord of Change got popped. Lords of the Warp got its disposition changed to take it hold. Which
they pretty much killed everybody's 1 detachment point access to purge the
Scintillating Legion for you people. That was, you had some enhancements go up.
Yeah.
2 of them. 1 went down, 2 went up.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything crazy. The big thing is that they actually changed how the enhancement works, which like we can dive into in another video. But they nerfed it for Puppeteer. They nerfed how the enhancement works, so you're probably not going to take it, even though it went down in 5 people.
And
he said you people.
I was gonna say it, I just let it go.
Yeah, who you saying, you people? I'll say this as Drake switching us to the next army. This first data slate just shows that they left nothing off limits. They changed dispositions. They lowered disposition cost. They touched rules on models. They raised points. They lowered points. Somebody else in the Space Marine faction got banged at the used car lot, which we're going to get to. which
girl.
is rough for them.
They got Tom
Good.
Brady pegged.
Yeah, they got Tom Brady pegged like they hadn't been getting it already. But they touched literally every aspect of the game.
And
Which
I just like that it's incremental. Nobody really got like just swung upside the back of the head.
And
two people did.
And the thing is like nobody wants their army to get full blown Negan from Walking Dead, but that's the best part about these monthly data slates is it's like
100%.
a living, breathing change where you don't have to bludgeon somebody like the quarterly ones did.
Right.
But I have a feeling like this breath of fresh air is just because you're downstream from the
No,
treatment
stop it.
plant.
Stop it. I think we were going to be, we got three, like the game was already in a good spot. I think that 3 data slates back to back to back is going to put us in a very balanced ecosystem. Now, obviously codexes are going to shake things, but like overall, like if we look at like, to sum up, Sisters got better. Custodes got better. Admech got better. Eldari got better. Guard got better. Black Templars got better. Blood Angels stayed the exact same.
I just want to know where our list was to see how we did from what we talked about in Meta Monday.
Yeah, we'll see that here. We'll do that at the very end. Chaos Demons, even though I think Chaos Demons took some hits, I think because they were such a good army and so strong,
They didn't get kneecapped.
I would be thankful you just got light touches because you're still a very good army, I think.
You're still a very good army that ain't getting a damn codex. Congratulations.
Unfortunately, this army
Still sucks.
Dear God, what in the fuck, GW?
The War Dog, the Huntsman, and the Stalker. I mean, come on now. I'd rather take a Brigand and Carnivores over the Stalker and the Huntsman.
Dude, they're the worst army in the game.
Yeah,
by not even like a small margin. And they gave 2 units 5 points, and then they changed Infernal Lance going to priority assets. I actually kind of like that. I do kind of like that. And then Lords of Dread going to take and hold. I don't hate that either.
I believe that's a detachment that can battle shock a lot.
Yeah, I do think they probably liked Purge, but like whatever, it is what it is. They needed help. Now that I will say they did change a few of their data sheets, but they needed help. I think Chaos Knights, honestly, just very few people only play Knights. Leave them on the shelf, play something else.
They needed some milk when it got delivered. It was
expired. Yeah, that shit
expired.
So
yeah, but since they're doing the whole monthly thing, let them do the data sheet, see what happens. It's probably not going to do anything. We understand that. And then next month we'll get another bigger list.
You said people weren't hit up. Nobody got hit upside the head. Let's talk about Chaos Space Marines.
Okay. Hey, is Gene in the chat?
I don't know.
If Gene's in the chat, let Gene tell you.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna say it. So, did they get nerfed? Yes. Did they get nerfed to the dirt where they're not playable?
No. But they got slapped around a lot. So, Dad went up 10 points.
They got nerfed. Yeah. The red and green on here.
Most of their Predators went up 10.
This is a lot.
Yeah, Chosen went up.
The Chosen Brick needed to go up. That shit was rough. The Chosen Brick going up 20 points. Okay, here's where it starts. This is kind of, nobody was taking 3, so the Dark Communion is not a big deal.
No.
Defiler, I want you guys to understand that this basically means, because you're taking the auto cannons, that your base one went up 10 points and your second one went up 20 points. So
you're looking at 310 and 350 for the second.
Yeah, I think it's finally actually at the right point cost, because I guarantee you people are going to still take them, but it did go up. But this Chosen Brick, once you keep in mind, people were running 10 Chosen, so there's 20 points.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then your Defiler,
at least
most people were running 2 of. So now you're at you're at 40 points. Your list has gone up.
Mom went up. Huron went
up. So you're at 50 points. Masters of the Maelstrom Mom went up. So you're at 60 points. So I think a lot of lists went up like 60, 70 points. But there's a couple of things. So the mutilators are finally coming down. I actually think there could be some sauce there. Don't look at the Reeve Captain. He doesn't exist. He's not a real thing. I'm going to come back to the Nemesis Claw because I got a hot take for CSM players.
Vastor and the Venom Crawler with a
Vastor, buff and stuff. Venom Crawler was cheap. Listen, I played Gene, and that motherfucker would send that thing out there. It's like 7 toughness, like 8 health or something stupid.
Spider with the big ass.
Like it's stupid tough. Okay, so I think there's some like really good stuff here. So here's the thing though that I found very interesting. Okay, Warp Talons didn't change in cost. Nemesis Claw went down in cost. Nemesis Claw has a super weird ability where when they're in engagement with you, you cannot use a stratagem.
It's a what's that? A Vox or
a Vect? It's not a Vect.
A Vect.
It doesn't cost more. You can't use it.
Wow.
Doesn't matter if you have 20 command points.
Here's the thing. Like
that can be spicy.
I think that is a very cool skill.
I think it's super cool.
That other armies should be able to use. Like, for instance, Death Guard. You know, they got the host of flies and the plagues and all that stuff. Why can't you? How can you be visible inside of that to give them a stratagem or to give them a command or whatever?
Looking at their detachments real quick. So, a couple of things that jump out immediately. So, Soul Forge got switched to Take and Hold. Okay, I don't think that's the end of the world.
Is that 40 points?
It is 40 points.
It is 40 points.
They're trying to price it out of existence.
I don't think I've ever seen a 40-point one before.
Murder Talon Raiders. If there was ever a detachment that should have been purged, it's literally called Murder Talons. But Recon, okay, it's fast moving. I can go with it. Whatever. The other thing here's what's really spicy. I'm just going to tell you guys right now. You're going to see the better CSM players are going to shift to Nightmare Hunt. They're going to be running faster. They're going to have guns and fast, hard-hitting units.
Yep.
Disruption just got a buff. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of them playing priority assets, or they're going to be playing Disruption, and they're going to move quick, and they're going to hit hard. So I think Nightmare Hunt, I think maybe Dread Talons, but Dread Talons, it's only so you can take the Raiders with it, but I really think Nightmare has got some sauce. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I think there is some stuff you could cook with it. So, I'm telling you, you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see some Nemesis stuff come out. I think you're gonna see more and more Warp Talons. You're gonna see Raptors. Like they've got fast units that have good stuff to them. I think CSM is gonna be fine. They got a giant range. They just got to shift how they play.
Yeah, that's why I said I still don't feel like they're in a bad spot. Like they're trying to get them in line. They were crushing it for a little while, but I still feel real confident that there's going to be a lot of CSM players still. It's not going to be like earlier a year and a half ago where we pretty much didn't see them.
Are you boys ready? Are you boys ready? Are you boys ready? Because
I guess
let's look at the Dark Angels, Deathwing Knights. It's red. Don't fall for it. Our stepper cost went from being on the second unit to the third unit. So now taking 2 Deathwing Knights is 20 points cheaper than it was. Okay, there's some sauce there. We've seen some people that are running them with Ancients. There's some tech there. Inner Circle got their ability changed. They don't have the -1 to hit. I don't give a shit. Because they have gone down 10 points. Spoiler alert. We scroll down here. Your Librarian went up 10 points because they said the Librarian's Conclave. By the way, I called it. I said it was going to die. It's dead.
He's reading too many books. He's getting too smart.
They killed the shooting thing. It just straight up doesn't have anti-vehicle, anti-monster anymore. It has lethal hits. So shit's gone. Also, you can no longer uppy downy while in engagement. So it's still good, but it's not broken in auto-include anymore. But Librarian with Inner Circle is still great because they want the invone. So that unit is flat cost. Love it. The Lion at 265, Dad is basically auto-include unless you're running bikes. At 265, he one taps just about anything he charges into, and he's not so expensive that you can't just use him as a missile.
And I'm gonna say this for Drake. And the reason that he is auto include, unless you're taking bikes, is because nobody is crazy enough to own 18 bikes. Moving on.
18, bitch. I got 30 plus. Listen,
Dumb ass. Moving on.
We ride deep. Okay, so
Motherfuckers running the Hell's Angels over there.
So the Lion, though, I'm telling you, the Lion is nasty. They did change his rules, so you can't uppy downy in turn 1. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, GW. I'm gonna still run him around, and he is gonna cut everything in half, and it is good. It is good, guys. Now, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna come back to my boys. So
hit Sandwich. Give Sandwich
come back
some
to
love.
So Jet Fighter, nobody gives a shit. Who cares? Dark Shroud at 70 points. It's actually like a decent hull. It only has a heavy bolter, but it gives stealth. It's a 70-point monkey. Guys, we have access to a better combi lieutenant. And it is called
one of those?
What's that?
Do you own a Raven
Does
Wing?
he
Death
own
Trap?
one? He
What
owns
do you
probably
think?
6. He owns probably 6 left.
Do you know how many fucking speeders? Listen, yes. Answer your question. Yes. At 70 points, I actually really like it because of the fact that 70 points, I think it's toughness 8 with like maybe 8 wounds, give or take. I haven't ran one in years. But it moves 14. It gives stealth out to your units. So it's cheap. It's super cheap. So send me one of your combi lieutenants. All right, bet. DM me. You think I'm playing with you, Jets? DM me in Discord. I'll mail you one. Real talk.
He might forget to read it though.
Just do it. I'll send you one. Real talk. I got you, boo. Would I take it over the Armageddon Speeder? Armageddon Speeder went up in cost. We're going to talk about that in a second. I didn't talk about the Speeder earlier because we were the real big bads of that. 70 points is good. Now, let's talk about the only thing that matters. Motherfucker, vroom, vroom. Okay, Samuel going down 10 points. I don't understand. I straight up don't understand. Unless we're going to be one of the first codexes and he's a new model coming out and they want to sell it, don't understand it. They straight up made him better. We lose the +1 advance, +1 charge. I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. He gained the mobile keyword, guys. Let me be real with you. Do you know what that fucking means? It means our motorcycles go through walls. What the fuck? He went down 10 points and they can go through walls? We're cooking.
We know GW don't pay attention to realism. You hit a pebble and you die on a motorcycle.
That's true.
But you can go through a wall?
Fuck it.
Go through
Fuck it.
walls.
We ball.
In the 41st millennium, we don't die by rocks.
Fucking Raven Wing Command Squad went down 10 points. What?
Hey, you still taking sisters to
What?
our next tournament?
Yes, he is.
I need to hear from him. Let's hear it. What you doing?
I have two armies. Literally, one is here and one is up there, and I have been waffling all afternoon.
Oh,
yeah.
Raven Wing Command Squad going down. Here's the thing, guys. Raven Wing went down 10 points. What? Love it, because guess what? Where's Land Speeder Vengeance, which I was saving, went up 10. So if you're a psychopath like me, and by the way, before you guys start crying, I know they're gonna make new. Shut the fuck up. They are not gonna make new Land Speeder Vengeances. It is the same size. You know what? I'm gonna fucking show you guys.
Oh shit! There we go.
Joey bought a Fuko over there going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Look, he's got his table out.
Yeah, that's all. Those are orcs.
Okay.
I know.
To prove my point of you thinking it's going to get a new model, here's a Land Speeder Vengeance. Here is a Storm Speeder. They are literally the same size.
And that click is sprue in the floor.
Yeah, that was it in the magnetized piece. Here's the new Land Speeder. It's smaller. Okay. So, like, they're not going to, like, it makes no logical sense for them to redo that kit It just straight up doesn't.
Is there a chance that they might do an upgrade sprue to do something to it?
Because it in the Dark Shroud, same sprue already. So now, do I think the bikes could get a new one because they are not Primera size? They could totally get that. But what I'm getting at though, if you're running 3 command squads, which I am, and you're running 3 vengeances, flat points. I love it. And then if you're running Sammy, you gained 10 points. Okay, so your list goes down 10 points. As we scroll down here, as we talked about, the land speeder went up 10. So I basically eat the cost of one of those. So my list basically went up 10 points. That's it. I dropped the combi lieutenant because he went too many points, picked up a scout squad, and I'm cooking, baby. I'm cooking. Now, if we go down to our detachments, we didn't see hardly anything. So Wrath didn't change. We don't care about that. 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 Yeah, none of our shit changed. Company of Hunters is the same. Dark Age Arsenal is the same. Dark Flight is the same. I'm telling you, Dark Angels with the Lion ICCs and Terminators with Unforgiven is going to be is going to be one of the better armies in the game right now, because they're going to just say, come and get it. Because in Unforgiven, we get to do guard shit. We get to do OC manipulation. So tell me from an orc and a guard perspective, how sexy does this sound? There's 6 Deathwing Knights standing on a point.
Mm-hmm.
They are 5 toughness, 4 wounds, -1 damage, 2 up, 4 up.
Mm-hmm.
They are 3 OC each. So you have a total of 18 OC on that point, and I can put them in a place where if you touch the point, I can charge you. And they're hidden, so you're -1 to shoot them. Like, what? Like, that's a problem, guys.
I win. I flip the table.
I flipped. And bikes, I know a lot of y'all don't have bikes, so you're not going to be running those in the meta, and you're not going to be seeing them out there. But I'm telling you, like I was telling Chris this. Picture this: turn 1, I'm a scout 9 inches. Then I'm going to move 12 inches. So I've now gone 21 inches straight forward. Don't give a fuck about walls. Then I'm going to advance, and because there's a Raven Wing command squad, which by the way, didn't even show you this, boys. Didn't even show you this. Here's the sauce of the sauce. Here's the sauce of the sauce, boys.
A bunch of red.
Nope. This is just changes. Raven Wing Command Squad, remove leader and add support. That means
shit.
that Samael can be attached to 9 bikes.
Wow.
So those dudes are going 20. So they're going 12 inches plus 9 for your scout. So now you're going 21 inches. You get to roll your advance because the whole army advances, does everything with +1 because of the command squad. So now let's just say you rolled a 1. The worst case scenario. You've gone 23 inches. The average deployment zone is 22 inches, by the way. You've gone 23 inches. And now you have 40, count them, 40 plasma shots. Because of Samael, they have fly, which means they ignore cover. 40 plasma shots into an oath target, ignoring cover, is probably a dead knight. And then you're charging that brick in, tying up their whole army, and it's like 400 points, and it is fucking stupid.
I'm gonna say it, hot take. If you're looking to run bikes and you're not trying to run it in a tournament in like the next 2 weeks, might want to jump on that second party market right now, because they're not expensive.
They're not expensive because everybody is like,
20.
oh, they're gonna make new ones. They look dope. They
still look good.
Like, all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the Stinky Boys.
Oh God!
What are you saying? Oh God! About?
There are changes here that y'all don't see.
Oh,
so
the Rhino is covering it.
There's some changes that make us a slight loser in this data slate, even though we did get some points down. 1, Rhino went down. Great. Death Shroud Terminators.
Plague Marines went down. I don't understand how this is bad.
Just wait.
Okay.
There's more.
Okay.
Death Shroud went down for 6 models, 15 points. Great. They're scary as shit. And I was telling Drake earlier, if you're running champions, it's hard to screen out a single model. But you bring the single model down, then that's a leader that's not detached that can go with them. Then you bring down the Death Shroud for the 6-inch because they're in contagion. Then you spend 1 CP, and the dude that you brought down to initiate the things, you combine them back with the unit. So you can run it as 2 units back into 1. So that's pretty techie. Defiler, the reason
they all went up.
No, but hold on. The reason we are paying CSM cost for our Defiler when our Defiler is not as good as CSM's Defiler is questionable. It's very questionable. I get it. You want them to go up, but we are not as good as the CSM Defiler. Mortarion went down 10 points. He had some rules changes as well. Plague Marines went down 10 points for 10 models. The list that I had been toying with went down 30 points, so I can pick up a thingy-mabobber, an enhancement. If you scroll down, we look at some of the changes. Our one disposition change, contagion engines went to reconnaissance from purge the foe. So we've got basically 1 purge with Mortarion's hammer, which people aren't going to play. People are not going to play it. People are going to play either Champions of Contagion. They may play Virulent Victorum, but Virulent Victorum took a hit. The things that leave me scratching my head about this data slate, things like Blightlord Terminators didn't get touched. People run them, but they don't run them that much. We have some models, if you scroll back up, for instance, you could bring the the Plague Surgeon. I mean, he's 50 points. You could do something with him. We've got a lot of things that could have come down. You could bring the Hellbrute down. That don't see a lot of play. Some of the other things that you don't see here is Morty's shoot back ability now happens at a -1 ballistic skill. So when you allow him to fire back, it's now at -1 BS, like they have cover. Also, the benefit, if you take something away from Morty, you give something, now his reactive move triggers within 8 inches instead of 9.
That makes sense.
Rapid ingress on Death Shroud at 6 inches removed. So it's back to normal.
Yeah, but still at a 6 to 8. I mean,
Virulent Victorum. The big thing about VV is when you go in and you sticky that objective, now that objective, as long as it's sticky, it admits your Nurgle's Contagion. It don't do that anymore. They took that completely away from that detachment. So now you only can put in contagion things that are on that point that are your adversary. So it's not like you're sticky and saying, okay, now I've put this growing Nurgle Contagion on basically a point that's going to grow. So now I can move forward and extend it even further. That's not the case anymore. So I think VV took a hit with that, even though VV on the flip side gives you enormous amounts of firepower. Enormous amounts of firepower. But
sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done.
But I think we got a little bit weaker. I would like to see some other things shifted down. I mean, granted, 30 points is nice, but we really don't have anything that fits that 30-point thing outside of a enhancement. And it might not even be an enhancement that you want, but you just pick it up to get as close to 2,000 points as you can.
This is the definition of a consolation buff.
Yeah.
So this is a literal mirror of Daka Orcs. This is a literal mirror of the Bulgrin meta. This is or the bridge hit Bulgrin
I
and
saw where
bridge
you were
hit.
taking this as soon as you said it.
Okay, they nerf the shit out of an army that's massively played, and then a little time goes by, you get spanked for what you did, and then they slowly bring you back. I think this is merely their way of saying, okay, we understand we went a little too far, but this does nothing. This is a pointless, and I do mean pointless buff, but this will matter in 3 months. Because I think what you're going to see is with Plague Marines dropping for 10 and your Terminators dropping, that's important, but it doesn't. The changes don't give you enough to add to the list, really.
Yeah.
So
So I
like
think-
if they would have dropped Plague Marines at each step,
Agree with
that
you.
would have been better.
Sure,
I think
I'll
they're
give you
planning,
that.
I think you're getting the Blood Angels treatment where they're going, we think you needed a smidge, but we think the meta is going to come down, and when it comes down, you're going to sit nice. And I think what we're going to have to see is over the next 30 days, with the top coming down, like CSM as an example, one of the top armies we've talked about coming down. How do you guys fit into it? I actually think you're going to need some more love as well. I think you're going to need some more love.
This is a consolation buff. It is what it is. I mean, they literally, and I can speak from National Militarum, they beat Bulgrins over the head with 7 belts and 2 chains, and then they were like, "Here's 5 points." We're like,
A wire hanger.
"Fuck you, fuck! Don't how dare!"
Yeah.
I would have
That's
much rather you
insulting.
not give me the 5 points. That's insulting.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Okay.
All right, Death Watch. Death Watch, guys. No, not Death Watch is back. Death Watch is back. Death Watch is back. Death Watch is back. So I'm telling you,
the best thing that happened is they didn't get any changes. Truthfully, yeah.
nope, that's not what happened, boys. This is what happened. We're gonna scroll all the way down.
Oh, he's talking.
This is what happened. Black Spear Task Force got changed to purge the foe. All this army wants to do is teleport on and off the board
And kill you.
They are what Grey Knights should be. They are the hardest hitting.
I was going to say higher pointed cost Grey Knights.
like there is no army in the game that comes out of deep strike and shoots like Death Watch. Period. They come out and slap.
Have you met that Votan brick?
Dude, they're like don't care. Like a Death Watch army slaps. They needed purge the foe. They got changed to purge the foe. I think all of a sudden Death Watch went from literally unplayable to they are a very playable army, and I think they are.
I'll give you playable. I thought you were trying to say like
no, I don't think they're going to be top of the meta.
Okay, I was like Drake, I love you, but
it was straight up unplayable. But now that they got purge, they actually can play the disposition that lines up with their army, and I think we're going to actually see some Death Watch.
That's why I said.
I need to meet me a Death Watch player. That's what I need to do. I need to meet me a Death Watch player because I've only met one and he beat the brakes off me.
Yeah,
you got a better chance of walking across 100 miles of concrete in a Walmart parking lot and running into a snake.
Yeah.
But when Drake,
when you find him,
I will say this though. For anybody that's watched any of our videos for the last probably 2 months, I was waiting on the other shoe to drop with Drake and say, just kidding. They're not a real army. Moving on.
No. I don't think they're going to be top of the meta, but I think they're a competitive army now.
They're like
I like the changes they made to them. Truthfully, this is
great.
I think because they changed the disposition. They're trying to see where they're going to fall before they actually start messing with the points.
They're like gene stealers. When you run across one, you're like, what the fuck do y'all do?
Well, when you run across a good one. Drakari, though, here's the thing. Drakari is going to take 4 seconds. They gave you they made one go up. They gave you 2 mercy points, and they changed 2 of your dispositions.
Three of them.
Here's what matters though. Drakari was in a good spot. What I'm getting
the very top players, they were very similar to Guard. The top players were doing well. The average Drakari player was struggling.
No, that's what I'm getting at. So, like, coming out of the 10th, they weren't in a bad spot. They were in a pretty good spot. But, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't they win a tournament, like, right at the end of 10th?
They did.
Am I tripping? Okay. So, I worry whenever armies win tournaments, GW goes, aha, not anymore, bitch. And I kind of like I feel like I shit on GW a lot for some of the decisions they make, and two things, and I'm going to speak. Three things happened with this data slate that, to me, I'm hoping is not just wishful thinking, and this is a sign of things to come. Yes, some people got hit hard. Guys, what were orcs at last week on win rate?
57%.
60 or close to 60.
Okay.
Don't bring this up.
I expected for you to get bent over the chair today.
Look,
I expected for armies.
We know why we didn't though.
No, but that's not the point. But I could have, if they'd have said Drukhari just won a tournament, they beat the hell out of people. We think they're a little too strong. They're at a 51% win rate. Let's bring them down. I'm kind of liking the minor tweak. I'm kind of liking that they said, okay, guard is hurting, but rather than mass buff everything, which they sometimes do on both ends, they gave us some tweaks.
Yep.
And what I'm getting at is this seems to be the first non-overreaction.
I completely agree. If this is the standard that they're going to do all three of these, I think we're going to have a healthy game.
Because
we're going to keep moving
I thought was going to be in the radar a little bit.
We're an hour and 20 minutes in, and we're still in the D's. So, so Emperor's Children. Hot take: Emperor's Children, I think, are one of the biggest winners of the entire data slate. So
this is surprising.
They were a top 5 army, and they ran on average 2 to 3 rhinos. So there's 30 points of savings right there. Their Defiler, they were only typically running 1 Defiler. So the fact that their Defiler went up 20 points, their Rhino basically eats the cost of it. So it doesn't change. Lucius went down. Mauler Fiends went down. Fulgrim went down. So
Demonettes didn't get touched.
Yeah. So the realistically, unless you were running 2 Defilers, which I don't think many players were, they didn't get touched. I don't know how the Lord Exultant didn't get touched, but
Flawless Blades didn't get touched.
It is what it is. Now, here's where they did get touched a little bit. So Coterie of the Conceited is no longer Purge the Foe. I know they liked being purged. Priority, I actually think, is fine. I think if they got any other disposition, it would have really hurt that detachment. But I do think priority is still a very good disposition for them. Carnival of Access, it changing does affect stuff. So a lot of people were running Carnival, and they were running the Elegant Blades, I think is what it was. Or no, the Peerless Blade. Elegant Blades. That's the one. So now that has to choose between Disruption and Take and Hold, because it's no longer Purge the Foe. They don't love that as much. So I think they're going to shift. I think their army is going to shift around, but I actually think they're going to be in a really good spot. I think that they are still going to be. I think they're going to be one of the biggest winners coming out, because I think what's going to happen is people are going to play Coterie, they're going to play Priority Assets, and they're going to still run at you really, really fast.
Yeah, I think all you're going to do is see a gameplay shift. And what I mean by that is they no longer have to get as aggressive on turn 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And now they can reserve the aggression to remove you from a point, which is terrifying because they have plenty of it. I will say the only caveat I have to that is EC's killable, man.
They're very killable.
They're going to have a hard. I think that you could get contested on your expansion a little bit.
They're so fast, though, that it's very easy for them
so
to stay out of threat ranges and then get in.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to keep going. GSC.
Shit.
You should give this one.
Y'all didn't want this.
Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Listen, nobody wants this army to be good.
Fuck they about to be.
Okay.
Hey, meet the alien guard. In case you're curious.
That's why I said you should do
it.
Drake, I'm switching armies.
Dude,
okay. So I have to change my playstyle at all, and I just start winning again.
Here's the problem with GSC. For those of you that don't know, they had a rules problem where they weren't allowed to resurrect their units because if attached characters you couldn't res. Then they FAQ'd that, and all of a sudden their win rate starts going up. But too much of the time had passed, and so now they got points based on that. So they got an FAQ to the rule, and they got points. The average GSC list went down like 60 to 70 points, which I know for a lot of people doesn't matter. That's a whole nother unit of fucking idiots that are going to come and flame you and throw bombs at you, and then they're going to come back.
Would you like to score OC this game? Not sure.
Oh gosh. GSC is eating pretty. So like I know
I was gonna say GSC was my winner, not you.
they're up there. They're up there. They're top 3 winner of the data slate. They got points across the board. They got rules improvements. Like they're sitting pretty, guys.
A hard army to deal with. They're inherently a hard army to deal with. You're buffing them. They love having more units. You got 1, 2, 3 shifts and points of units that are regularly taken, which this is opening the door for another unit to come off or to come on, and that is where it gets a little scary.
Yeah, this basically on the average GSC,
and who gives
they get another
fuck
unit.
about the saboteur. Yeah, whatever.
So I do think that they're getting better. Yeah, I know Eric's not happy. It's because he's a little crybaby and he doesn't like it when anything bad goes against his list. And he's not here, so I don't have to listen to him whine. I think he's still going to be a good army. Grey Knights,
not enough.
Not enough. I think Grey Knights are a good army, but like. Here's the deal. Going down 15 points for Valdis and for these guys. Valdis got a rules change, so he doesn't have the minus hit thing anymore. So, like, that's why he got the point change. They basically got no points change.
Congratulations.
The Rhino they do care about, and the Strike Squad they care. It's not enough. Their stuff is too expensive.
They're one of the few armies that's directly punished by 11th.
Would it have been better had they brought down the Paladin some?
No, I mean, of course it would have been better, but like the problem is their army rule is the deep strike shenanigans in and of themselves. When you get rid of 3 and you make 6 even harder to obtain, but now you're at 8.
Well, see, I just think they're too expensive. They just don't have enough points. Like if this 15 had gone to 5 here, 10 here, and 15 here, now you have a lot more versatility. But the average list needed to go down like 50, 60 points, and
Grey Knights cannot be in a good spot. If Grey Knights get buffed enough, they will rule 11th because of some of the changes. And like I really feel like they're being punished by 11th.
Yeah, the people they're just scared of the psychic stuff. That's all it is. Yeah. They're just scared of the psychic stuff.
Psychic and deep strike spread out board 8 inches. There's a collection of things. And
yeah. All right. Okay, boys.
Speaking of not an army.
No, shut your mouth. Speaking of maybe the actual biggest winner of the data slate. I have been talking shit on Imperial agents.
We'll keep it up because they still shit.
All right, this is confession. Go ahead.
I bet you want to put I'll play any one of you 3, and I bet you I can win with Imperial agents. Now,
this is my confession.
So here's the thing. Okay, everything going in Rhinos went down in points. Okay, that helps. They actually got 5-man Grey Knight Terminators that went down 15 points. Grey Knights didn't.
Yeah, that's
did.
Very nice to get that.
Okay, Chimera went down points. They like that. Immolator went down points. They like that. But wait, the Assassins went down in points. They like that. So. When you start looking at the other units they can take, you're seeing a lot of points going down, right? Here's the biggest thing. All of their detachments went to 2. So you can now take Imperial Fleet with the Assassins detachment. You can actually build a real army now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. There might
all the enhancements went down too.
I don't think they're going to be a great army. I'm not saying that. I just think that they all of a sudden are now an actual playable army. Like they don't have a range.
I will give you that they are playable.
Yeah,
I will give you that. I was like, there is no way this man is going to try to convince us.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think they're one of the biggest winners because they went from like they're not a real army to they are a playable army. Now.
Scroll up a little bit. So, where's he at? Where's Croyle? Inquisitor.
Croyle right here.
I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting to see like a 10 or a 20 point hit on him.
Yeah, I was too. But
dude's a fucking like. When did they come out with an army where everyone's like unanimous? Yeah, that's a bad dude right there.
That's a great unit.
He don't get touched.
Unit. Agents, cool. Knights,
good for them.
Knights got nerfed a couple of ways. So the Castellan was undercosted. Then
Most people were running to.
Free Blades changed to priority, and then Gate Warden changed to take and hold. Gate Warden changed, so instead of you drawing these giant lines, you have to put a token in the middle and draw a line. So it's much smaller. Instead of it being this giant space, it is way smaller where they can stand on. I still think Knights are going to be a very good army, and I think they're
still got Lancers. You still got a what's his name, a Knight Apophos or
yeah. It's just before they were just going. I'm going to put 5 Knights on this line, and I'm going to shoot you to death, and there's nothing you can do about it. Pew 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 pew. That's a lot harder to do now.
Okay, so, you don't want me to shoot you? I'll just full send at you. Like this doesn't change much.
So
Castellan was undercosted. I'll give you that.
Votan. Oh, I don't know what I just clicked on.
I don't know what you just clicked on either. What the hell?
I don't know. It's like their disclaimer. Okay, Votan got several buffs. The Sagittar went up for if you're taking 4. Nobody was taking 4.
No.
So I think the gist is that several of their characters went down a few points. The Caprice Carrier went down a few points. I know like Carter's taking a couple of those. So like
this is more of a DP thing though, I think.
To me, like they changed no detachments. I think they just said
they took a hit on the enhancement, but
but I literally think they just said, hey, Votan is a good army. They're right in the dead middle. Let's leave them be.
It's giving you swap case capabilities because they have several units that are like 115 that you're like, okay, I could take this or I could take this. Now you have the ability to make that decision without being 20 points under, which is good. But Votan were one of those armies that the top tier Votan players, when I got to finally play one here 3-4 weeks ago, I can't remember what they're called, but Breacher? No. Whatever the ones that land and destroy things.
Hearthguard.
Earthguard. So I don't know why I said Breacher.
Hearthguard.
Thinking, yeah. But their Hearthguard, oh my sweet Jesus. I can honestly say that's the first time in all of Warhammer I went, it does what?
Yeah, they have like a quadrillion good guns. Good guns.
No, I take that back. The last time I did say it when you first attacked me with Arcos. I went, how many attacks?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I got like 58 swings on
I'm glad Votan didn't get swung either way.
And
they have one shenanigan. And if you deal with the shenanigan, they kind of fall apart.
And we said they were already in a good spot. I just think this gives them more like maneuverability with what's leading what.
It's a swap.
Yeah, an enhancement. This lets them pick up an enhancement, do a few things. But I think honestly, they're just happy that the top came down a little bit and they just stayed exactly where they were.
Wasn't like they weren't winning.
Speaking of bitches, let's talk about Necros.
Not speaking of bitches.
Here's what can I just pause for a split second? Am I the only one? I have played 100 Necron players.
Yep.
And maybe I am biased because I have strong things that things shoot at. I have never walked away from a Necron game going, man, I'm so tired of them Doomsday Arcs.
Yeah, Doomsday Arcs are not the problem. Like
I don't understand the nerf. I don't get it. Like I don't understand why they're like,
I don't actually know why the Doomsday Arc went up in cost. Like that nerf is just a side grade to me. The Reanimator going up 5, nobody really cares about.
Chronomancer is actually a decent thing to point out.
The both locuses going up, people were taking the bigger bricks because what they were doing is they were running them with the what's his face? The he's got a crazy name. The newer model, I'm looking for him. God, I'm gonna probably have to fight him tomorrow when I play Curtis. The
Void Dragon?
No, it's the
Dragon
fucking Annihilator, dude. It's gonna drive. I have to find it. It's gonna drive me absolutely insane. Shit, I want a cracker. What is his name? Somebody in chat help me out. The dude with the auras that gives the sustained hits.
Not Necrosaur, is it?
Yes, the Necrosaur. Thank you. The Necrosaur. Yes.
Down right.
Thank you.
In red.
Point for Jason.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yes. So this brick was very tough because one of them's anti-vehicle, one of them's anti-infantry, ton of guns. Putting him near him, he gives them the buffs. This was kind of a nasty shooting core that we were seeing a lot of people run. So I'm not surprised to see They all got touched just a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't you see?
Gore
We should talk
Peck,
about what we didn't see.
Silent King, Tesseract Vault. I'm telling you right now. So I saw this on one of the streams I was watching this morning. There were 2 Tesseract Vaults at Tacoma that placed very, very high. And I think they went, we don't like this. Tesseract Vault is directly a sensational counter to Orcs. So I'm shocked that they did this because very few people own those fucking things. But I think Necrons, honestly, dude, if I'm a Necron player, I'm happy. Like, I know you got some disposition changes.
If Titans aren't in a color right now, I would be happy.
Yeah. I know they're not in love with the fact that like Pantheon is now disruption. Okay, we don't love that. But overall, like you're one of the better armies in the game, and like your big shooty brick
Didn't
like
get touched.
went up 20 points. If you were running both of them,
Let me ask you an honest question.
30 points.
How many
like
times
that.
have you-
I'll take that deal.
How many times have you heard me say that I think GW's biggest flaw is that they want you to play the army they want you to play it?
Yeah.
And I think GW made a decision here and said, what meta do we like the least? Do we like the Catan method or meta, or do we like the what's his name? Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Scroll down. Silent King, thank you. Or do we like the Silent King? I will tell you this. There is no model that I hate fighting more in this entire game than the Silent King.
Yeah, Silent King is rough.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I did all this damage. Cool, I'm going to resurrect the pylon. Get fucked.
I literally drank. I'm not even a drinker. And I popped that Voodoo Ranger when I saw his ass. Now I'm like, ha, you go where you belong, bitch.
He said, I popped that Voodoo Ranger.
Here's the deal. Like, I was really surprised. We didn't see Catan ship, which further emphasizes my point.
I don't think Catan is the
Games
problem.
Workshop is not overreacting to things.
I agree.
Again, Necron players, if you want to do yourself a favor, stop spamming Catans, because I'm telling you, you keep doing it, it's coming. It's coming.
I think that they've got a lot of options, and I think the fact that their army was just barely touched, I think if I'm a Necron player, I'm thrilled with.
Yeah, I'm happy. Here we go.
And
by wah, he means wah.
What
What are you talking about? Like,
what you mean? Nothing's bad here, really.
You and I had a conversation earlier today, bitch. What are you talking about?
No, they
Exactly.
they took
That's
some
what I'm
hits.
saying.
They took some
They
hits.
took some hits, but I am not upset with this at all.
Green
It could've
Tide
been
is still
much worse.
winnable at 3.
Yeah, but it's not. You're not going with Equatorial Hordes no more. That's not possible.
So here's the thing, guys.
You know?
Let's be clear about one thing real quick. Green Tide went up to 3. Green Tide is going away in like
In the
3
code,
weeks.
Yep.
So
Right.
it doesn't matter.
we're not mad about that.
Don't give a shit.
They were like, oh, we saw what happened at Tacoma.
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
100%, first to second.
And as the newest orc to the channel, I'll tell you,
That's right. Go ahead. Tell everybody. Tell
3
people. You were
Buddhas
seeing green.
and equatorial hordes
Equatorial Horde. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Is-
I'm taking that.
gonna fucking slap. Holy shit. Take and hold. I put something out there and then I go, you want to fight in the middle? Cool. It is my loot objective. I am going to wreck your face when you come on this point.
And I'm giving whatever it's getting to fight you the wall that turn for this one CP.
War Boss went up. Pain Boy went. I don't know why the Pain Boss went up.
Pain Boss catching strays for no reason.
I've never
It had the word pain in it. That's what
Pain
it is.
Boss
They said not
ever.
to pain. He said which one? He said fuck.
I think
both
they
of them.
were drinking and they were like, okay, we're gonna add this. And they were like, do we do the Pain Boss too? And they're like, all the pain.
Fuck it.
All
Yeah,
the pain makes
Look,
no sense.
Yo, can we find? Listen, I will tell you, Mark. If I were you, all I would say is it's about fucking time they took Truck out of the same point threshold as Chimeras.
Yeah, 55
Because-
points.
I agree.
No, that's just.
Look,
I've been saying it for
I am-
years.
I am
Mark
gonna
argues
echo
with me. Mark
exactly
argues
what
with
you
me.
said earlier.
Truck is not a good transport.
Truck is a
not a
great
good-
transport. I'm gonna
Not at
I'm
65
gonna
points.
beat your ass like you owe me money with orcs, and I'm gonna have trucks, and you don't even know what's coming. You don't
I'm
even
gonna say
know
it
what's
right now.
coming. I'm finna. I'm telling you, you don't
He's
even
getting-
know what's
He's getting
coming.
Is
drunk.
Truck-
I've fought with melee sisters, 3 toughness, 1 wound for 5 years. You gonna give me 5 toughness bitch, I am fixing to fucking
So
wreck.
What you got,
what
Jason?
I'm saying,
I see
what
his
I'm
hand
saying
is up.
What I'm saying
Uh,
is trucks have always been pointed the same as other
Yes.
transports, and
If
they're
they're all
not
point
in the
cost,
same fucking
yes.
category.
100%.
All right, what you got, Jace?
What's up, Jason?
I think Chris is mad that he can't Kareem his Camaras like they can trucks.
Oh my God,
but-
yeah.
My Camaras are still alive. I don't have to.
Yeah, that's
Kareem.
true. That is a fair point.
But anyway, so
But okay, so
hold on, wait,
Go ahead.
that was my shot. My question is, now does the Pain Boy and the Pain Boss, is their ability the same
no,
or
completely
close?
different. Completely different.
Like if
and
you
the Pain Boss can only be run with snaggers.
Yeah.
so
I don't know.
well
why
it says
people-
it no. Oh yeah, it does say
Yeah,
be
it's just be Snagger Boys.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind then.
Pain Boy is the one everyone's taking. He's the one that gave them the 5-up feel no pain, and the once a game he could heal D3 models. So like he's the
Oh,
one.
I thought that was like once around. I didn't
No,
know it
once
was
a game.
once per
Once a
game.
Once a
Yeah,
game.
it's once a game.
Oh.
Green Tide would let you that was different. Now, here's the thing. So let's hit the points real quick. So Dakarig went up, still
Saw that coming.
still amazing. Still here's the thing. They removed the stepper cost
Mm-hmm.
and just made it go up. You were taking 2 of these things anyway, maybe 3. They're fucking great. Big Mick was shocked. I don't know why the second one caught a little stray there. Whatever. Boys went up. I don't know how you feel about this, Mark. Boys are going to go up again when we get our codex. Period.
100%.
Hold on. Here's my
Period.
thought on this. I would say if they don't adjust the cost of the boys, then what they may do is change the stepper cost of the boys and say instead of after your 4th unit, it'll be after your 3rd unit.
If they don't change the point cost, I'll literally run 140
I
boys.
say 140 boys. He's just gonna run down.
Because here's the problem. So like keep in mind that when the codex comes, like we have some stuff right now. Their weapons gear, you're gonna get 4 special weapons. You're gonna get multiple special like the war gear options that you get all of a sudden just make them even scarier. The profiles get better. Their toughness goes up. So like it's like there's
somebody let the wrong crew into the weapons warehouse.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They
100%.
100%. I here's my call right now. I think when Codex comes out, I think our 1st through 3rd is going to go to like 175, and I think the stepper cost is going to go like 185.
Mark, I know you like it when he says "our."
My
I do.
boy.
Mark,
I do.
Mark, look,
I'm just look. He's been brainstorming trying to figure out what kind of color scheme he wants to go with, what kind of tribe he's trying to roll with.
Mark been
We now got 2 bitches.
Mark been trying to get me on the
I'm
orc train.
gonna make you
forever.
my bitch. That's what's going to happen.
Mark has been
I've been
getting.
trying. I've been
Mark's
trying.
been trying to get me on it because I play Death Guard. He's like,
Yeah.
"You already got the paint for it. You don't need to buy it
You got the
anymore."
paint. You already got the paint. Look.
Hell yeah, we getting wild because it's late and we talking about the orcs.
Ain't nothing like playing as orcs because have you ever met a
Good
salty orc player?
news is Drake can't spell already, so
Yeah, I'm a natural orc.
Hey,
can't
first
spell.
off, I
It's
just want to
weird
point
how
out
quick. Holy shit! It
Art
is
of
so-
War hot take. Equatorial Hordes is spelled correctly. Don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
Hold on. Kim, can I just point out real quick that I have sat here and listened to Drake for the last 2 years do nothing but talk shit. Drake, you side changing son of a bitch. All you fucking did was Mark's fucking real life orc. Orc are fucking stupid and they can't spell. You've done nothing but talk shit on orc for 2 fucking years. Now you're like, I'm joining.
I mean, this is like his 4th army.
Yeah,
So-
this
No,
Yeah,
it's
well.
like a 6 or 7.
yeah, this is like I think this is the 6th army that I own.
That's
so,
gotta
like-
be sold.
Maybe
Like-
8, 9.
No, so I got rid of a couple. But okay, they did make
it's still kind of
a fundamental change to boys, so you guys understand. You can no longer, before their rule was when you took a 20-man, you could attach 2 leaders. You can no longer do that. So
Yeah.
that does nerf them a little bit because people were taking
There's quite a bit.
they were taking the what's it called? The War Boss and what's the new guy called? The
Big balls.
Big Boss. They were taking both of them, so
Getting
they
the
would
5
get
up.
So they were getting both the
Or they're
benefits.
taking gas and putting the banner knob.
So you can't do that anymore. Now you still can take a War Boss and a Pain Boy because that's a support unit, right? But they were triple stacking with the Pain Boy, the War Boss, and him. So like it was creating this much scarier unit. So that does bring their viability down a little bit. but I still think it's a very good army.
Yeah, I don't know who was doing some shenanigans, probably with the Docker rig, but the mech boy went down up some points too.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
guess
That's a weird stray.
I guess they got tired of him healing the vehicles too, so they were like, "It's a healer, get him out of here."
So, yeah, I legit don't get that one. But as far as all this other stuff, here's the deal: like this stuff is literally going to last for just a few weeks. And Spence, one of the things they said was that Green Tide is as it currently exists, will not exist in the Codex. It is one of the ones 100% getting reimagined. So
by the way of the dodo bird,
we don't know what that is.
I personally hope that when they do Green Tide, it's not just boys. Is my thing. I understand it not being mega knobs. That makes perfect sense. But like knobs would be in a flood of green. Yeah. So and right now they get no points whatsoever with it. None of the enhancements or anything.
So we're not going to spend a ton of time when the Codex finally gets leaked, gets dropped, whatever. Me and James will make a full video going into orcs.
Yeah,
we already talked about Space Marines, so I'm not going to go through all of this, but I am much on the Imperial Fist. You didn't get anything, nothing changed. Iron Hands didn't change. Salamanders, I don't know how.
They got the one little change to that one unit.
The one little,
none of the characters.
So the only thing that really got changed was Librarius got nerfed a little bit, which does hurt them. Mm-hmm. So like they were taking multiple librarians, so that goes up in cost. Their list went up like 50 points. They're still the best Space Marine. So Salamanders, again, I'm gonna state if you have an actual Salamander army, go get you some. If you have a blue army with 2 characters, I hope you get in a wreck on the way to the tournament.
Damn.
So
I'm so fucking sick and tired of playing
Ultramarine.
You ain't gonna play the Ultramarines because look at this red. Spencer, were you crying? Because I could taste the tears of the Ultramarine players.
He tastes the saline in your tears, bud.
Listen.
So I'm gonna tell you a real talk. I went to a tournament, our last tournament. I played a brand new. He'd been painting for years, but he'd never actually gotten to the competitive side of the hobby. He ran a meta list of Ultramarines, and I still was like, this is obnoxious to kill and get rid of.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Keep in mind, all of their shit's about to change because we're going to get their book in like a month. But we see, you can see multiple of their points. The only one, I'll be honest, I don't know why Gilliman went up 15. That was really undeserved.
Whatever. Fuck them.
Fuck them. But like Ventrix went up, deserved. Wardens went up, deserved. Calgar should have gone up more.
In every one of his variants.
Yeah.
Some angry fucks. I'm telling you.
No. First of all, there is no unit in this game that deserves nerf more than Ventrix Guard. They can go fuck themselves.
So explain me this. Okay.
Here we go.
Soapbox for a second. You've got Ultramarines. They are the good boys. They are the rule followers.
They're the blue balls.
Black Templars who don't give a fuck, who literally bolt. For those of y'all that remember the movie The Gray with Liam Neeson where he's fighting wolves, he tapes those little bottles and then breaks them. One of the most baller scenes, tapes a knife to his hand. That's Black Templars. They literally tape their weapons, chain their weapons to their hands. Do they have the best melee unit? Nope. Blood Angels. Vampires that have bloodthirst flying at you with weapons. Do they have the best melee? No. Dark Angels. Literally the actual, as the Emperor said it himself, the tip of his spear, they are the scariest of all of his sons, as he puts it, right? Do they have it?
No, but the Emperors chose the fucking Ultramarines.
Hold on, I'm not even done with my soapbox yet. The Space Wolves, his Executioner Squad, do they have the best melee? The fucking Bookworms have the best melee unit? Shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Mad as hell.
Fuck them.
Mad as hell.
Fuck them. So
we have Ultramarines have been in the good spot for how fucking long now?
So here's the thing: Ultramarines sucked, and then they got the improved Oath of Moment, and they have been throttling us for like 3 years. And here's the reason for those of people that are like, "Oh my god, why all the Ultramarine hate?" It's because they get non-stop character models, like it's going out of style.
Extremely common.
And it's like, oh my God. And you fight them.
Maybe that's
all the
why
time.
I'm not the one sitting here talking shit, because I'm eating pretty good right now. So I feel some type of
No,
way.
Mark. This is. I have played.
We're going to
I
keep
don't-
going.
Oh,
We're
I'm
gonna
not
keep going.
saying you're
We're gonna keep
wrong.
going.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
saying
keep
you're
going.
wrong. I'm just not upset.
All right, we're going to keep going. Space Wolves. Space Wolves. Got some
Someone-
points.
That green.
They got some points, but someone took them boys out
Mhm.
back and shot them with the Terminators. Because the Terminators was
Yeah.
what was winning for them.
Yeah.
And someone literally took them out back, listened to you, and put them down like the sick dogs that you said they were. I think GW hates them.
Here's the thing. They got multiple points. If you're only taking 2, you're okay. If you're taking 3, that's all good. That's all
Go
good.
fuck yourself.
That's a good. That's a good. Here's the problem, though. Here's where the actual problem comes in. This is not enough. This doesn't do anything. So giving their list, which what you're seeing here, the average list probably went down because they're not nobody's taking Wolf Scouts because they fucking suck. So you're taking Logan, you're probably taking an Iron Priest, and you're taking Rock Fist. So your list went down like 25 points. That's not enough to do
They
fucking
need 100
anything.
points. They need 100 points.
They needed 100 points,
Yeah, you can't
and
really pick anything
none
up with
of
that.
their detachments got anything crazy to them. So they still need love. I think that we saw one player, listen, his TISM went full circle and he was able to make it into the top 4. Good for him. The average Space Wolf player is like my 13-year-old fat dog that just he needs a
Poor Bear.
Poor Bear needs.
The solution is right there in the middle of your screen, and we're never going back to that meta.
If you need an image of what Drake is talking about, imagine the big guy from The Hangover when he's doing the math in his head and all the numbers and symbols are showing up. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, but real quick, do you want to see Thunderwolf come back?
I actually am not I personally as a player don't give a shit about jail metas because I know how to deal with jail metas. I understand it can be unfun for a lot of players, but I just want to say I want to see them get an identity, and I think that unless they're going to make them cheap, which I don't think they're going to do, because then they're going to just turn into that.
Here we go.
They need disposition. They need disposition and attachment help. Is what they need.
I will say this, and then
They
we
need
move
the
on.
leader themselves.
I'll say this as you move on to the Wee Woos. If I could get my hands on the launch Space Wolves box, I would be hard pressed not to buy it.
They're still waiting for their
I
box.
still actually think.
I would be
And I
hard-pressed.
own, so I'm going to say this. I probably own 20,000 points of Dark Angels because I've been collecting them for 15 years. I think that it's a hard tie. If I said what's the coolest looking Space Marine army, I think it's a hard tie between Black Templar, Sword Brethren, Black Templar type models, chef's kiss. But if I said what's the coolest Space Marine range from a looks, the Space Wolves look so cool. Space Vikings are amazing. Make them good, man. Make them good.
Papa needs to come back.
Papa
Needs to come back.
You want me to
Papa's
buy
dead.
an 8th army?
Papa needs to come back.
Listen.
My namesake needs to come back, dude.
I'm telling
He
you,
did. I tell you, he did.
that would be dope. That would be dope.
Also,
Okay.
fuck these guys too.
Wee woo.
They got taxed, and they got rightfully taxed. Broadsides, holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. If
Jellyfish.
you were running the crisis suits, you're feeling good. If you're running anything else, you're in trouble because the battle suits went up. No one was running high
Ghost Kill went
hammerheads.
up.
I don't get that. No one was running.
Yeah, I didn't see the hammerhead getting there. I saw Devilfish come
3
up.
ghost kills. Nobody was doing that. But Pathfinder teams, everybody was running multiple.
Everybody was running. Mhm.
Yep.
But
Everybody was running multiple Riptides. Storm Surge, people were running. The Twin Lance, everyone was running.
the twin,
Yep.
the twin lance surprised me. The twin. Here's the deal. I think that they're popular, but
That
I'm gonna
shit
be
is-
honest.
that shit
It
is
felt
good.
like they got the hammer everywhere. I expected them
They
to get
have-
the hammer on a couple, but I didn't expect all 3.
Nah.
They
Nice.
have
Fuck
been,
'em.
Twin Lance has been hit in every single data slate since their
Because he
release.
came out 80 points too cheap.
Yeah.
So the Tiger Shark finally has rules, and apparently it costs you 50 points to get rules. So it wasn't playable before. Now it is. Here's the big thing. Retaliation Cadre went up to 3. So they lost. Monka is no longer purge. I think they can do okay with priority. They're gonna do okay.
Yeah, you feel some type of way about that one, Chris?
Here come the crew. Here come the
Yeah, you.
crew.
I'm telling you,
Hold on.
this is a nerf in multiple ways.
It's such a nerf in multiple ways.
So there are 3 detachments. I mean, retaliation going up to 3. They're not going to love that. Moncog going to priority. They could do priority, but they would prefer having purge and just build a murder list. Like people were running basically 7 robots. They were playing it like knights. And
They're
so
fine against shooting armies. They're not fine against fast moving melee. They're at priority. I think they're in trouble.
Well, the other problem too is that like Tau was the biggest benefactor of the tow in rule. Them towing in a store, like I don't give a shit. Fuck Ultramarines, fuck Guard, fuck everybody. I'm telling you straight up, when you have a fucking Talnar and a Storm Surge tow in, they will literally shoot your whole army off the board. Okay, like the
Go
guns,
in, blow out.
it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs how hard those things hit. And then they've got Riptides. Like, man, they absolutely
Towing in
suck.
for that thumb in. You know what I mean? Like they just.
Wow, we're going there. All right,
Oh, that's where we draw the line. You're right. Okay. Yeah.
T Suns.
The points went up where I thought.
I
the
was
points were
right,
gonna go up.
but they're trying
Yeah.
to change my right thing. I told y'all these T-Suns were going to be a fucking issue, and they definitely were.
Yeah, they're not
The
going
Filer we knew was coming. The part that surprised me was the Scarab Occult Terminators.
Nope.
No,
Not a surprise.
No, what I'm saying, it surprised me from the fact that I thought that was kind of heavy. If I'm being honest.
all
No.
of these right here made perfect sense. The robots we knew were going to get pointed.
Yep.
People were running the big bricks. Now the big bricks are like they pointed them to a point where no one's gonna. You're not going to run 3-4 mans of them anymore.
Mm-mm.
At 30 points, even for the 2, that's a lot. Scarab
Yep.
Occult Terminators going up. I think you're still going to see people running 2 of them, but this is.
I knew they were going to get. I thought they were going to get tax. I thought they were going to get point change. I didn't think they were going to get additional tax. The 15 per by default is that is a lot.
Yep. The
That's what
Zangor
surprised me.
spam is.
I figured they were going to go 5 or 10, but holy cow!
They got a baby tax on the Zangor spam, so that's not the end of the world.
This was the overreaction. I thought. I
But
think
there-
You got the Lord of
But
Change.
But here's the big one,
Wow.
boys. Hex, fucking, we got Thrall Band up to 3. That's a big
Yep.
deal. That was how a lot of people were playing it. So, and then they got Ritual change to taking hold, and then they got Cabal change to priority. So I do think T-Suns are still going to be a good army, but I think you're going to see their play rate plummet because they're not going to just be an auto put on the table and go kill your opponent.
Did their
Meanwhile,
sorcerer on
Salamanders.
did their sorcerer on disc go up, or is it just the sorcerer? Because the one with Terminator armor didn't. Nope. Well,
Exalted Sorcerer on Disc of Zinch. No,
nope.
so.
That's the
I'll tell you
surprise
this.
then.
To me, this was the biggest overreaction.
No, in my opinion, with a good player, I still think they were one of the. I think with the other, if they hadn't done this without the other stuff, they would have been by and far the best army in the game.
I guess what I'm getting at is I think they just went too hard.
I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on you to build this army, Chris. You said you wanted to.
I was going to until we switched editions. If you remember,
All right. So who do we got left? The Tyranids.
Malceptor went up.
Dude, Tyranids are doing good. So here's the thing. Maliceptor
I knew they were going to do good.
is a great unit. It's a great unit. Going up 10 points, I'm fine with that. I love this unit. It's got good shooting. It's got good melee. It's got a great ability. The Neurotyrant, this is weird. This is my actual 2 cents on this. I don't think Neurotyrant was the problem. I think that the 6 zone thropes that he was paired with was the problem.
I agree.
And
I
this,
agree.
this is how they solve it, by nerfing the Neurotyrant, because you ran him with them, and so
Yeah.
that's how they made the unit get more expensive. And you only ever took 1, so that's really where the points change. If I'm a Tyranid player,
This doesn't look too
This-
bad.
by the way, I didn't know what this was. I had to look this thing up. This is their drop pod.
Yeah, I was going to say they don't.
I've seen one at our buddy Mike's house. Never seen one in real life in play.
can I have safe space here?
Okay.
No.
Am I the only one that has I've given up I've given up trying to learn Tyranid units because I feel like they just added the word neuro or thrope or something to the end of every fucking name, and it's like they all like. And this is coming from a guy who's one of his best friends is an orc player. Okay, like I can at least I can understand what the orc, but I'm so sick and tired of being like, it's my neurothrope, and you're like, which thrope is that again?
No, no, I've got you one better. You've got all these names, and then you've got some random ass human that says, let's name a leaper after me.
Yeah.
Von Ryan's Leapers.
Yeah.
Something that don't belong in the list. Change the name.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think bugs are a huge winner of this data slate because they were in a pretty good spot. They didn't go up. The big way that people were playing bugs is a battle shock meta, and as you notice, the Lictor didn't get touched. Nerlictors didn't get touched.
Screamer killers. Yeah.
Throps came down, huh?
Here's the thing: Von Ryan Leapers at this point, that dude, a 6-man for 105. There's some sauce there. Like, I really think there's some sauce there. When you look at their detachments, here's the other thing: nothing really got touched. They have one enhancement. Get just tweaked. I think Tyranids are going to be very strong. I think you're going to see a lot of Tyranids on the board.
Yeah, they were getting so disrespected last edition that I'm really happy to see them like getting some real playthrough 11th right now.
So I'm going to give you all a tiny little thing. If you haven't fought a good Tyranid player, here's what happens. Turn 2, you take like fucking 14 battle shocks. And Shadow in the War.
Go well.
And then half your army just straight up has no OC and can't score shit. And then you fucking pray that you roll good after that. It's
then they spit on you and put you back.
It's fucking miserable. So good luck, boys and girls. But I
how to beat Tyranids, max points, play an army that lets you put as much as you want in Deep Strike.
Yeah, the problem
Can't zap me if I'm not on the board, bitch.
It's not just that. Like, they run like 5 units to get to do it in their phase. Like, so when they come down, they're just going to go, give me another battle shock, hooker. Like, it's.
Or you get screwed and they shoot a Biovore spore in all the spots that you would be able to come down. Now you can't bring anybody in.
Yeah, they're cheap now. They're going to spread out. Let's talk about the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah,
that's a lot of green. Damn.
So,
I didn't know you were playing 2 work.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. So before this happened, I was debating: am I going to take my motorcycles or am I going to take my melee sisters to the open?
Mm-hmm.
And then the points came out, and I was like, "Oh my god! I could play Bringers of Flame, I could play my melee sisters, or I could play my motorcycles." I was like, "They're all so good." Then I saw the points, and I went, "Oh, wait a minute, Dad is 330 points. Angron is 330 points.
Fuck that. Chaos Terminators are the problem.
So you had the Lion and Angron come down 20 points.
And then I went, wait a minute. Oh, shit. My Red Butchers, the Chaos Terminators, are 330 points. So you're telling me that I can run 3 bricks of Terminators, 10 mans, and it's not even 1,000 points? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Because, by the way, I used to run these before they had a detachment, and they were 375, and it was good.
I can vouch.
Running, because what I'm really thinking about right now is running 20 of them at 330. Dude, it's a problem. And, by the way, when you give them an enhancement so they have 2 OC each, tell me how you want to dig out 10 World Eater Terminators off of a point. Because I'll wait. Because that's not fun for any army in the game. Forge
so this is what you do, right?
Don't look at this.
You go and you buy another ticket, and you tell you go ahead and you email the organizer, and you're like, hey, I just need both my games to be next
to each other. Yeah, because the World Eater game will be over by turn 2, one way or the other. It just will be. Forge Fiend, don't buy this. Don't buy into this. Don't buy into this trap, because we have basically no access to ignore cover, and you're going to be hitting on fucking 5s. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Berserkers
not
going
only
down,
5s, but fucking 5s.
Fucking 5s. Corn Berserkers going down 10 and 15. Cool. I don't care. Like the 10-man with Karn is still good. The 20-man, I'm not in love with. Juglord and Invocatus, I kind of like that a little bit, and there could be some sauce there.
Avocado went down.
Yeah, it could be some sauce there. But here's where the real sauce is. So, like all of this green is great. The Mauler Fiend, I like that. This is all great. That's not the sauce. That's not the sauce. Here's the sauce. Butchers of Corn. Okay. Force disposition change, taken hold. That's our Terminator one. Brazen Engines had its unique tag removed. So you can now take Brazen Engines with Goretrack Onslaught. Boys.
Don't fall for it. Don't shoot him.
Mauler Fiend, which by the way will one-shot just about any tank. Now going through walls and girl, like there's some sauce there. There's some real sauce there.
Goretrack is I think
Goretrack's
sad. It's the upper echelon of players understand so well how to deal with it, but I think your mid tables,
ultimate mid-table bully. Ultimate mid-table bully.
Goretrack is a sweet, and I've never played it, but I played against it, and it looks so fun to play because all you're doing is like, hope you don't kill it, hope you don't kill it, and then if you don't, that motherfucker, you talk about Kareem, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some sauce. There's some sauce.
This is terrifying to see for shooting armies. This is terrifying.
They were in a dire strait. I think this does help them, and it does actually put them in a play. I don't think they're going to be like the best army in the game or anything like that. I think just puts them in a playable spot. So I do think it's very interesting. So that is all of the armies. So we'll go around the world. Yeah. I'm World Eaters needed some love. So we're gonna go around the army. Around the horn, and I'm curious of everybody as we close this out, what you think is the biggest winner and biggest loser. So, Jace, who do you think is the biggest winner and the biggest loser?
Biggest winner would probably be Gene Stealer Colt. Gene Stealer Colt. Biggest loser? This might be surprising. Blood Angels. They didn't get anything. They need... Like, people got points hits, and it's going to hurt them. They got nothing. They needed something.
It's true.
Like, they are the homeless man in the shopping cart at the intersection when you get off the interstate begging for change, and he ain't buying the 8 ball of crack. He needs something. But he didn't get shit.
All right, Chris?
I think it'd be hard-pressed to say that Gene Stealers isn't one of the biggest winners here. But I do want to speak from the perspective of a guard player real quick. I think this will have a noticeable shift in guard win rate. So that's good, but I still think Gene Stealers is easy to say biggest winner. Biggest loser? I want to say Tau. But Tau, maybe it could have been, but
Okay.
You could also be a Salamander player and be like, woohoo, nothing happened. I'm gonna say Gene Stealer and Tau. That's probably it. Tau is yet. I'm curious. I think. Well, let me rephrase that. Mont Ka Tau, biggest loser.
Okay, James.
I want to say Ultramarines, but So I'm gonna say Chaos Knights as my biggest loser. I love Knights regardless what. So I'd love to see them just doing shenanigans again. They did have their summer of fun, but still. Biggest winner? Orcs. Are you serious? Like, anytime we've ever caught anything else has been to the moon with a fucking bat to the head. So
you're
I'm
saying
excited, boy.
Like, yeah, he's saying
much worse.
Normally
It would have been much worse.
Sell this to me.
Much worse. This is amazing to me. I'm like, oh, you nerfed a detachment that we all know is leaving anyway.
Oh, he got his night out.
I'll take that.
Pour one out. Pour one out from a homie here.
Yeah,
just pour one out.
Too.
I think the biggest winner is a tie, honestly, between Gene Stealer and Death Watch, because I think they were basically unplayable factions, and they're already factions that don't get a lot of love and don't get any attention. And so the fact that Gene Stealer's got the FAQ they needed and they got some points, they become playable, and Death Watch got the disposition change so that their army is playable. I think that's awesome for them that they now have like playable armies. So I think that that's the biggest winner, because like they wanted something and they actually did get it. I think the biggest loser is, man, I gotta agree with James on this one. I think it's Chaos Knights. I mean, they were the worst army in the game, and they just basically ignored it. And here's the thing: there are other armies. So like, I'll whether it's Guard, whether it's Sisters of Battle, whether it's I'm trying to think of a couple other good examples, but like where like the best player in the world that plays that faction or one of them still goes out and wins a GT, and then but the average player is struggling really, really hard, and those armies got buffs. There was no CSM player winning, Chaos Knight player winning events. It just didn't happen.
Can I
So
change my answer?
how the fuck did they not get points or data slate love or anything? I find that really hard to believe. I want to
change my answer. I may actually think World Eaters may have gotten a little more love than Gene Stealers did.
World Eaters got a lot of love. I think World Eaters were like in an borderline unplayable situation, and I think that the average, like, because the average list right now, just so you know, has got typically one Rhino. It typically had like between Exalted and that, you got 2 8-bound units, so now you're at 30 points. If you were running Berserkers with Karn, you're at 30 points. So if you had Dad, you're now at 50 points. So like to your point, like on average, it gave them some points and gave them some relief. I still don't think they're going to be like amazing, but I think it's better.
Hey, look, this
They
just
weren't
leads
playing
to
Angron before, right?
no. I think he was too expensive.
Yeah. It's too much.
And you basically lose your army rule if you
I thought
bring
so
him back.
too.
Yeah, the problem with Angron is like he's now finally pointed to a cost where like he is a terrifying missile. Like when he came back and he was like 370, 380, it's really hard to justify like, hey, I'm going to shoot this into your army. It's going to kill one thing and then die.
He was too killable. Like the amount of times that I've activated on Angron with 2 tanks
and he
goes
just
away.
dies.
Yeah, it makes it a little hard because oftentimes he kills and then he's standing there.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. But the thing now with take and hold and as they have to come to you, he could go out at the same time the rest of your army goes at 330 points.
Can you run him with priority?
No, not really. No.
Because I'd like to see him in priority where he activates on like turn 2 or 3, wipes that middle of the board, and now you have that objective they have to come take from you.
Yeah, but I do think they're good. But hopefully this has been fun, guys. Did you have some, Jace?
Yeah, it leads with the whole World Eater thing. It leads me to a WWBDD. What would Brian Daughtry do?
He's playing Chaos Space Marines. So
would this be enough to pull him back to his love?
No.
Space Marines didn't get hit hard enough.
I think they did. I think Salamanders didn't get hit hard enough. I think Space Marines are not going to be winning any big stuff.
Rabooty Cheeks Gilliman.
All right, so hopefully this has been helpful. I really appreciate it. So we wanted to do this as a member stream for you guys. Let you guys, get to enjoy this. We'll publish this probably at some point tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do us a favor if you guys are watching this in the future. Do the YouTube pleasantries, like, subscribe, comment for the algorithms, all that good jazz. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.